It's your boy Vandal, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about how to draw anime girls. This is a follow-up to my other video where we talked about how to draw anime boys, because you have to have like both genders and stuff, because you gotta have variety in the comics that you're making, or else it'll be boring, something like that. So if you watched the other video, I'm going to hope that you did. Please check it out, because I'm going to be going through a few more things that I didn't in there so that you can catch up. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for all that good stuff. Yeah, so let's get into it. So basically what I did in the last video is I talked about drawing the circle. Let's make sure that we're on black. So I was drawing the circle. This circle is a little bit different. What I did in the other one is that I made more of a rounded circle. Here I'm going to be going for an oval, because what I like to do with the lady shape is that I like to give like a lot of curves in the face, so it looks a little bit more angular. So we're going to go back. We're going to talk about our guiding lines with our line of symmetry going down, cutting the thing in half, and then we're going to go around with our line of blue, which is cutting the face horizontally. Those two things are very important. Remember, I also talked about in the last video was scale. Scale is also very, very important, because once you have scale, you understand how big something needs to be. So we have our guidelines set in like we did before. Shouldn't be too hard. So now what I talked about in the last video was how I do the head shape. Before, I talked about how I did it like a upside down house. And what I like to do with guys is when I have their jawline, I like to make it like as heavy as possible, at least for the boys, more angular. So with women, what I like to do, let's erase this, is I like to give like a nice little curved house. So like there's no, that jawline that exists isn't as prominent as it was before, so it's more rounded, and that's hence why we stick with the oval shape. We still have the house. Think of it like more of like a sanded down house, like the corners aren't as rough around the edges. It's very painterly, not painterly, but like, I don't know what the word. It's very soft to give those defining features. Head might be a little bit big, but it's fine. And then, like in the other video, I like establishing the neck. What I like to do with the neck and the shoulders, which is important, is make sure that I bring them really as close together as possible. And this part right here is to not be forgotten, because sometimes what you can do is that you might not draw it, because sometimes you'll see that like they'll just go like this, like you'll see like just like that, and it'll just have that curve. And just having that curve alone is not, I would say, not the best. So have it like raise a little bit rather than curve so low. So always be aware of that. Some of your characters might have it a little bit more prominent than others. It's up to you, like their muscle definition. And then I bring it around with the shoulders, and then I'll leave it right there. So now we have the basic structure of our lady character. So now we're going to focus on the eyes. And remember, what I talked about in the last video was the equidistance of the eyes. Make sure as much as you can that the space in between the eyes are generally the same distance. Always keep that rule in mind, and always keep in mind scale and all that other good stuff, because if you don't, you're gonna have like something that looks a little bit funny. So going back, we're gonna get back to our black, and we're on the right layer. Yep. So for the eyes, the same thing happens. Make sure that you're drawing it on one side. What I like to do is really, if you're not the greatest at drawing women character like I am, and I'm not, is what I do to compensate sometimes is like sometimes overemphasize the eyelashes. What I like to do is definitely emphasize that there are eyelashes on this character, because generally that tends to be some type of signifier that'll help the viewer understand some of the features I'm trying to convey. So let's make sure we get it on this side too. So now one trick that you could do if you're doing this digitally, which may save some time, is to copy. It's easy to copy, yeah. Is to copy your eye. Let's see, transform. Come on, transform. Flip vertical. Oh, I'm dumb. All right, horizontal, and then we have the eye on both sides, which I guess it's like one of the things you could do if you wanted to save time and be like almost exactly symmetrical, but I advocate for trying to draw it. So let's try and draw it. Something I think also comes out of it is that you get to get the practice of drawing on both sides. But if you're someone who wants to save time, that's something else that you could do if you were looking to draw that. I like the way the eyelashes just come out the side. And remember, this part, for anyone, even myself, like doing it now, is not that easy. Like, it's pretty hard getting like it to be the same when you're drawing it again, because there's some things that you might miss. Definitely some things you'll draw differently, but it's a good practice just into getting to draw your eyes. So we're gonna get through this. Always I focus on the eyelashes heavy. Also, I forgot, this character that I'm drawing is from my comic that I'm working on called Infinity Love. Her name is Lily, and she is one of the main characters in that. One of the more fascinating characters I've made. Maybe I'll make a video on just her alone. But now we have the eyelashes. Now, as for this character, we can go with my simple version of the nose. I generally call this like the lazy nose. Noses have like many ways you can do them, but generally you'll see them in anime like this. Again, don't forget your eyelashes. Eyelashes are up to you. To give the little brow look here. This is like a really rough part, but it's alright. So kind of like that, but at least we have that space in between the eyes. This is always important, and it's good for me to practice this because it reminds me, even sometimes I don't follow this rule. So we're gonna fix a little bit of the face. Might have erased a little bit too much. Bring it in a little bit. I like the way the cheeks come out. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, so we got that, and then this character, just gonna give them a little bit on the lips. Like, so this character has lips. Not all your characters need to have lips like this. It's totally up to you, but that's definitely something that Lily has. So gonna make sure that, you know, she has them. Let's clean this up. Taking a little bit of time. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it like right here because we can always clean that up later. And then we'll go back to the eyeballs. Just like in the other video, you can have your eyeballs just about any way that you want them. I like to keep mine's like really rounded. Oh, she has such a mean face. Maybe let's give her a happy face in a second. And then maybe like lift her eyebrows, because eyebrows tell like half the story. Let me also bring this down. All right, yeah, perfect. So let's give her. I think also like the way her eyelashes are just make it hard for that to be possible. So we're just gonna leave it like that and give her. All right, yeah, we're gonna give her something like that. So let's close it off over here. All right, we'll come back to the mouth and I'll just make it really simple. I think because I changed the bottom of the face. There we go. Change the bottom of the face. So boop. And then give her a little birthmark. And then we're just gonna go in with the hair. Again, I would advise you to, you know, have whatever it is type hair that you're looking to put. Also, don't forget about your sunlight. Sunlight is important where it's coming from. So you're gonna have the shine in your eyes, just like so. Get it just like that. Might clean up some of this, but we'll leave it like here for now. I'll clean it up towards the end. And she has like a bun that goes out like that. Oh, let's make it a little bit bigger. The bigger the better. Yeah, something like that. And I'll fix it up later in post. But basically, those are the main features that you want to look at when looking at your character, your lady character. I'm putting in some of the other things that are unique to her. All right, so that's basically where we're gonna leave the video off. Oh, I forgot to put the ears. Oops. Whoops. Ears are important. She has earrings. That's basically where I'm gonna leave the video. I know it's a little bit rambly this time, because as you can tell, this is not my strongest suit. But something that I did, some of the pointers that I did want to point out when drawing lady characters, I think that are important. So it's just keeping the rounded face, watching this part of the neck instead of giving them like a very broad neck, which you could. I mean, you could in theory. There's no real hard and fast rule, but if you're new to this, I would say before that, just think about those small tips while drawing your character. And don't forget about scale, which is also really important. How big you draw, all that good stuff. Anything else that we talked about that was new today? Just that, and then this part of the arm, I mean of the neck, the traps, the trapezius. So yeah, hit me with the hashtag Vandal I did it. Show me how you did this drawing. Tell me how it came out. Tell me if it was helpful, and if it was, you know, leave a like I asked in the beginning, and hit that subscribe button for more details and all that good stuff. And I'll get back to you guys with another video tutorial on, you know, how to draw, you know, anime stuff. And soon we'll get into like the higher level things that I think everybody should know, or at least that I think I can help with. So yeah, guys, I'm Vandal. You know, see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye. Oh wait, let me finish them out.